We welcome you to Miami, Florida. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the alarm clock here in South Beach can hit you like a ton of bricks.
It can, especially if you're out the night before, Ed, which a lot of players have been, quote-unquote, known to do. Let's see if they show up tonight.
Gotta find the energy. Gotta get ready. This one's about to get underway. Gets to the basket and scores.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
He's on the deck. Great sacrifice. The pass taken away. George can't go down. Smothering defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Leonard. Flushes it home.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Butler against Paul George. Fires the three. His first effort off the mark. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard. With a drop step. From the painted area, won't go down. Butler into the front court. Leads three. Screen coming. Butler, tough matchup against George. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Jimmy Butler, couple of free throws on the way. A career 83% free throw shooter. Nope, first one does not go. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip.
Good shot, buddy. Good shot, buddy.
To George. Strong finish for Paul George.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Paul George, 2 for 3 now here in the first. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Butler for 2. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
And count the basket.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Knocked loose. Paul George, able to recover with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
George, and he buries it.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Now the Heat going to use a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Time to shuffle things up. Butler to Waiters. From long range, Dion Waiters, not sure why he was left that open, hits the three.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Kawhi Leonard. It's good.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Shot from the lane won't go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
you've got to get that one to go. To Leonard. Slam dunk. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Butler. Here's a chance from long range. Rebounds taken down by Leonard. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
And he makes them both. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard. He's now 4 for 6.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
He'd have the basketball. Butler. Fires the three. Not that time. Kawhi Leonard snatching it out of the air. 1 quarter down. It's been all Clippers so far. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. George lets it fly. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
George. Nothing going here on that drive. Off the assist.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
Butler. Beyond the arc for 3. And the rebound taken down by the Clippers. To Paul George. Leonard. George on the drive, but his shot misses. Dragic with it. They find themselves down 10. Butler matched up with Paul George. Baseline drive, but he can't finish.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
A big finish at the rim. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Nothing going here on that drive. Dragic. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Butler. Nice finish at the rim.
That boy's living his best life.
To Williams. Lou Williams! He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Miami's got it. Here comes the screen. Slams it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Proud City.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
The assist from number 9, Kelly Olynyk.
Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
I got him, I got him. I got ball, it's all me.
And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Jimmy Butler at the line for 2 shots, shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting, knocks down a pair. Out of bounds the call, last touch by Patrick Beverly.
Here we go. I got him.
Working it outside. Deep right corner. Butler buries it on the catch and shoot. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Dragic. He engulfed him that time.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
George sizing up Butler. For 3, it was contested, but Paul George still dials in for 3.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Leonard buries it. It's a 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
And stuffs it home.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Leonard. That's good D. Shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Straight on 3. At the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half. And a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway.
Swing it right here.
Dragic to Butler. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
All right, you got the first bucket of the second half. Now get a stop, because honestly, that's where your troubles were in the first.
It's the Heat with the possession. Dragic. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Leonard. That no good. Off the mark.
He had such a great first half, but obvious adjustments were made defensively to shut him down, and now he's really starting to struggle.
Jimmy Butler for 2, and he hits.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Leonard. Message received. Well defended. Dragic with the basketball. His guys trail by 10. To Butler. Here comes the screen. Driving right to the basket. Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's LA Clippers ball. That is great vision to set it.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Lays it up and in.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Paul George to Leonard. Lets it fly from long range, and he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First one goes down. And he hits the second. Off the mark. 2 for 3 on this trip. To Butler. Throws it down. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ballgame.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Butler. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't get the bounce. Slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
And Jimmy Butler all in stride. Catch and shoot 3 is good.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Pass stolen by Miami. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy 2 on the other end after the turnover.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
George. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. To Dragic. Butler. To Dragic. Has a look. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Down the lane. The shot won't fall. To Butler. Probing the defense. Butler against George. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Butler to bring it up. Game's all tied in the final minute here in the 3rd. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Yes! Three-pointer is good. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen.
No good. Sometimes in this game, the shots don't fall. You have to get yourself to the next play, though. That's the most important thing.
Butler drills the three.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
And Kawhi Leonard buries the three with a hand in his face. Third quarter comes to an end. The Heat with the lead. So the Heat will have it to start this fourth and final quarter. Partner, you and I were just shaking our heads during this quarter break. We can't believe how good a game this has been.
And we've seen this so many times with the teams that are the most talented on paper. This shouldn't even be a game. But sometimes an underdog, they rise to the challenge. And they've really hung in there all the way in these three quarters.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Dragic. 4-3. Dragic wide open, knocks it down.
Defense, do the math. You force them to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Kawhi Leonard matched up with Jimmy Butler. Count the basket inside.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Butler into the front court. Up 6. And they call it.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 40, Udonis Haslem. Subbing in for the Los Angeles Clippers, number 4.
Williams. Add 2 points to the board.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Williams across the timeline. His guys trail now by 4. Has a chance. Lou Williams. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Dragic to Butler. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
No. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
And hits the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip. Oh, a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Leonard knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Cashes in for 2.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Butler to bring it up. His team up by 1. To Dragic. Deep left corner. Winslow matched up with Paul George. Defense making the ball carrier work. Clippers have it. To Beverly. Patrick Beverley. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
Leonard. Missed it. Butler into the front court. Leads a bucket. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Butler to bring it up. He'll run the offense. Defense making the ball handler work. And a throwdown.
I'm pretty sure I saw that move earlier in the game. I can't believe he fell for it again.
Now the Clippers call a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with 1 remaining the rest of the way.
Team shots, including the fan favorite throwback jerseys. Get one for yourself before the roll call.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Number 13, Bam Adebayo.
George buries it.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, man.
2 points.
And he buries it.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Dragic. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Timeout called here by the Clippers. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Shot clock winding down. Paul George fires deep 2 there. Won't go. Dragic into the front court. Our score all even here in the 4th quarter. Nothing going here on that drive. The quarter comes to an end. This game is all tied up. All right, here we go. Overtime underway. Waiters to Butler. Screen coming. Butler. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Here's Leonard for 2. Somehow finds a way to get it to go. Can't fault the D.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Oh, emphatic slam.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Leonard to George. Fires the 3, and Paul George good on the quick release there.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
moves, but a shot won't go down. George gets it in the left corner. To Paul George. Jumper's good.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Around the perimeter to Waiters. Trying to cash in, and the Clippers have the rebound. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First one, count it. Able to convert on both free throws. To Butler. Goes to the right side. From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Stuffs it down with authority.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
The pass taken away by the Clippers. Someone's not going to be happy about that. You have to be careful on the inbounds.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Williams into the front court. His team on top by 8. Zubats defended by Myers-Leonard. Beverly to George. Has a look. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Has a chance. Goran Dragic looking good. 4 for 5.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Beverly. Big finish at the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Now the Heat gonna use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same wavelength here in this fourth quarter of play. Coach is gonna shift gears and adjust his matchups. Dragic, and he drains it.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the past. The past is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Butler into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Here's a chance from long range, trying to hit 50, but it's no good. Nothing going here on that drive. And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Butler. Whoa, what a finish.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Waiters buries the 3. He's too good to leave that open.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
And he hits. Oh, that one could be the dagger as they've opened it up here in the final minute of overtime.
I don't know about that, Ed. I've been a part of a game where we came back from 10 with a minute left to go. Anything is possible.
Would you call that a miracle minute? Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
Look, I get it. I've been one of the players who have had these mishaps happen to defensively. There is no worse feeling than the next day in film session watching yourself roam on the island by yourself. Somebody in this particular moment needs to tell you to get your head out of you-know-what to get back in the game.
To Butler. Trying to cash in. Not that time. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami. They're down big in this fourth quarter and a chance here to empty their bench. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Kawhi Leonard with the block. And throws it down. That misses with 2 seconds to go. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win it in overtime. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA